Greetings, my friends. Today I feel compelled to discuss the ever-perplexing actions of Harry and Meghan. While at times I think I understand their motivations, they never fail to confuse me with their irrational demands. According to royal expert Neil, Meghan Markle is seeking answers from King Charles. She is apparently confused about protocols she must follow as a former working royal. But as we know, it was Meghan and Harry themselves who relinquished their duties in 2020. So why does she expect to be treated on par with royals who did not abandon their obligations? In a recent YouTube video, Neil claims that Meghan tried arranging a private meeting with the king. She sent him a letter requesting a one-on-one conversation to address the difficulties she's faced since joining the royal family. Now, I know Neil's reporting isn't always entirely accurate, but on matters like this, he usually has solid intel. If true, Meghan's actions are baffling. What struggles could she possibly be encountering? She and Harry willingly stepped back from official duties. They moved overseas and sought financial independence. Of course, had Meghan remained a working royal, she would be bound to certain protocols. But she made a choice. Rules change when she changed status. What confuses her about that? Truly, I cannot fathom Meghan's thought process here. I would offer her advice, but I'm afraid it would fall on deaf ears. She seems incapable of comprehending realities she finds inconvenient. Harry and Meghan resented royal responsibilities, yet now they want the perks without the work, the privileges without the public service, the acclaim without the accountability. I wish I could make them understand how illogical their demands are. But if years in the spotlight haven't granted clarity, I doubt my counsel would either. At the end of the day, Meghan and Harry dictate their own paths. If those paths lead to confusion and frustration, they have only themselves to blame. They alone made the choice to abandon royal life. The king bears no obligation to entertain Meghan's complaints. She relinquished her role by choice. Charles owes her no special treatment or explanations. Of course, given Harry and Meghan's proclivity for irrationality, I doubt logic will dissuade them. They seem incapable of taking responsibility for their own decisions. It's always someone else's fault. Unfortunately, accusations and demands won't bring them happiness, nor will appending norms and traditions. Meghan and Harry abandoned royal duty in search of freedom. Yet they remain discontent. True freedom comes from within. Until they find it there, not even kingly counsel can grant them peace. But the answers they seek aren't found in demands and entitlement. They lie in letting go of bitterness and unrealistic expectations. Because guess what? You're not a member of the British monarchy anymore. Ever since you and Harry ran away to California back in 2020, you have made it abundantly clear that you only work for yourselves. You don't work for the king or the late queen anymore, and so we've accepted that. We don't consider you to be royals anymore. So according to Neil, the thing that really riles Meghan is that Fergie pops up on things like the ITV daytime show This Morning, loosed women and billing herself as the Duchess of York, selling books and possibly doing adverts all under the royal family. And that's it. Meghan and Harry seemingly don't understand why it's a different rule for her. I mean, when you're jealous of what Fergie's got, you should really rethink your life decisions. You should probably find a better path for yourself rather than trying to be like the next Fergie. What is wrong with her? Although to be fair, I guess at this point in time, Fergie is a lot more successful than Meghan or Harry are. So maybe Meghan should try to follow in her footsteps. But the problem is, Meghan has already done way too much. She couldn't even if she wanted to. I mean, Fergie, for all her faults, of which there are plenty, she never really attacked the royal family and just trashed them the way that Meghan has. I mean, at least Fergie got invited to join the family of Sandringham for Christmas, unlike the grifters who had to stay all by themselves in Montecito. Now, there's also a paragraph that the Mirror included in this article that I swear came directly from Meghan Markle herself. Neil's dialogue comes after reports Meghan allegedly has plans to write a book about her life, much the same as her mother-in-law, Princess Diana. The novel would be expected to not only cover her glamorous life in Hollywood, but also her time spent in the royal family and details of all the arguments and drama. I'm not really sure who wrote this, but they should probably take the time to look up the word novel in the dictionary. I mean, according to the definition of it, it is always a work of fiction. If it's Meghan's story about her life in the royal family, it cannot be a novel. I guess though, this is probably just an admission, because we know it's going to be completely made up. This is going to be a made-up account of Meghan's time spent as a working royal. And don't you just love the comparison to Diana? We've always got to include that. It wouldn't be a Meghan Markle original if she didn't somehow connect it to the late Princess Di. As if people are going to read Meghan's book in the same way they read Diana's. No, absolutely not. First of all, Diana was a much more interesting character. She was married to a young man. She wasn't married to the actual heir to the throne. She wasn't married to the spare. Diana also experienced a lot of heartache. She had some legitimate problems as a member of the royal family, and it was all because of the relationship with Charles. Meghan, on the other hand, no, she just created all of her own problems. The royal family treated Meghan very well. She just didn't know how to accept their kindness. And what glamorous life in Hollywood are they even talking about? When Meghan was a child, she grew up in lies she wasn't in Hollywood. And then when she got older and she got that job unsoothed, she moved to Toronto. Meghan, in fact, has not really spent much time in Hollywood. And the time that she spent in Hollywood certainly was not glamorous. What, she was working as a briefcase girl? That's the glamorous life that people are supposed to be excited to read about? Oh, and reportedly, Harry and Meghan are also going to write a wellness book. Oh, won't that be interesting? So are we going to learn all about how to make ourselves thin by snorting a bunch of cocaine and taking drugs? Or taking a bunch of Ozempic? Is Harry going to tell us the secret to his disheveled look? Is it only weed every day? Or does he also include some magic mushrooms in that cocktail? Are we going to learn the secret to Meghan's leathery skin? And the fuzz on top of Harry's head that looks like pubic hair? Maybe Meghan's even going to share with us her workout program so that we can have chicken legs just like her. A Hollywood agent told the Mail on Sunday, "I would find it surprising if Meghan didn't publish her own story, to be honest. Spare is clearly Prince Harry's chance to tell his, but hers is equally compelling. How many actresses end up marrying a prince? If she's harboring political ambitions, it would make even more sense. Oh, would it though? How would it make even more sense if she's harboring political ambitions to completely destroy her reputation? At this point, it's already pretty bad. But if she were to publish a book, which we know would be filled with lies, just like Spare, just like Scooby-Doo-Doo's book Endgame, Meghan Markle can kiss those political aspirations goodbye. Alright guys, and now I just want to take a couple of minutes to discuss some of the excellent comments that you all have been leaving. So these were responses to the video, Absolute Bonfire. This is why we confirmed the disastrous future of Meghan and Harry. The title pretty much sums up what that video was about. So let's see what you all had to say. So this comment comes to us from Veronica Crabtree Hill. Veronica says, "My thoughts on her father. I am sure she did not want him to meet Harry nor the royal family. Thomas would have let us slip about her having the hysterectomy and her 2 previous husbands. It would have been a time bomb that would have ended her plans for fame, and, as she thought, money. He was not the billionaire she thought he was. So the poor man was set up by a scheming daughter he thought he knew." Thank you for this comment, Veronica, and this is something I think you are absolutely right about. It really is sad, isn't it? The way that Thomas Markle raised Meghan, he gave her everything he could. He went bankrupt for her, and this is how she treats him. Honestly, in my opinion, that is enough to tell us what kind of person Meghan is. She's evil to the core, so obsessed with status and pretending to be somebody that she's not, that she would screw over her own father. I also came across a little discussion that I enjoyed reading. So Literary Snob says, Harry is always looking very sad and depressed. He needs to swallow his pride and apologize to the royal family. And when he does that, he will be allowed to return home. Without the Montecito mattress, of course. Now, you know me. I actually do agree with you, Literary Snob. At the same time, I understand the people who say that Harry should be punished for his crimes. I agree with that too. I think that we can find a balance between these two points of view. Well, we certainly got some strong reactions to this idea that Harry could be welcomed back into the royal family. Tosca was unequivocal, saying no, he should never be allowed back. Never, he's just as bad. Never forgive. I understand that perspective. Having had relatives myself who strayed from the path, though not as far as Harry, I do believe it's important for family to always keep forgiveness in their hearts. Veronica also slammed the door shut, stating he will not be allowed to rejoin the family. He really has gone too far. Long road to travel for him. Yes, it seems many feel Harry has crossed a line from which there is no coming back. And Dolores made an excellent point, asking how can you have pride if you are doing drugs and living a lie? No, it doesn't seem Harry has much pride left these days. He appears to be a broken man. Is there any way back for him to become whole again? Only time will tell. What do you think about this rumor that Meghan will demand answers from King Charles about why she's being treated so poorly? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it with anyone else who would appreciate the update. Also, don't forget to subscribe to stay current on all the latest royal news and drama. Your support means so much. Thank you for watching. I wish you and yours a very happy, healthy 2024. See you next time.